GLB, what's up, man? Impulse, what's up, man? I feel like I look super orange or something over there on that camera. Does that look weird? Does it look weird to you on the YT stream? Mikey, Mikey edited early. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. T Scott, what's up? Kirby, what's up? Daggum, what's up? Yeah, it looks weird, doesn't it? I don't know what that's about. Let me flip a light on. Maybe that'll help. That camera sucks. I'm about to get a new one. Maybe that'll help it. Excuse me. Yardman, what's up? It still doesn't look right. I don't know what's up with that camera today. Your mic captures too many mouth noises, bro. I appreciate that, Rye. Thanks for the feedback, bro. ASMR for the mouth noises. The gingerness is private. I don't know what's up with that. Let me see if I can fix it. Thoughts on OLED monitors? I have one. My 49 inches OLED. Very, very solid picture. We got news today? Not really, no. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Whatever. It'll be what it'll be. User, I have a video pinned on my page that explains exactly where I would start if I was new. Better now. I don't know what that's about, man. It's strange. I was researching cameras last night. I think I'm just gonna have to get another, what's it called? The DSLR or mirrorless or whatever it is that I got for the stream over here. Palace. Yeah, it's a way better camera. I had a cheapo that I'm using for the YT. 1 hour Stairmaster, dude. You're an animal. I have a 27-inch HyperX LED. Very nice monitor. Yeah, those are nice. What are you trading? NASDAQ futures. You did, Ballas. You did. This is what you get for being late. Being in sales right now is crazy? No, I don't think so. Solid setup after that London suite. Break a structure. Some liquidity down lower. Appreciate that, Hollywood. That 5070 is a beast too. 5070 is definitely a beast. Oh boy. I'm not sure what to expect from this session today, to be completely honest. Got NVIDIA earnings this afternoon. John, go away, bro. No one wants your signals. Trader Mom says, hey, where's the miss? You should do more joint streams together. Have a green. I appreciate that. She is working. We don't live together because we're not married yet, but she has a big girl job. You in the Tradify Cup? I am not. 99% win rate. Ryzen 7, that's dude, you got a beast setup over there. I think this year, at some point, I might build another setup. It's been a while since I've upgraded anything. I want a 5090, but the price of those 5090s right now and the price of RAM are just outrageous. Liquid cooled. $5080s are decent. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to get the 5090. Took a monitor from my local Wendy's. I've got it hooked up to the library computer. Yeah, I had a computer built out on PC Part Picker, and the RAM, I had 64 gig of RAM picked out, and at the time I think it was like $400 or $500 or something. It's outrageous what it's going for now. Might not even have been that expensive. I think now it's like $1,200 or $1,300, something like that. Just got an Indian scam call. Let him take control of my computer. Do you think he'll make me money? Yeah, man. Nothing could go wrong there. Today I'm 5 days clean from smoking za. I'm trying to better my journey with God. Dude, that's a hard. You're at the inflection point. Keep going. It's worth it. You're gonna have so much more mental clarity. I can tell you as somebody who used to do that every day. When you quit doing that, man, you sleep better. You have more energy. You think clear. I sent it to you, Ballas. I sent it to you. Sent it via email. Might as well look cool. Built by Republic of Gamers. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I built mine. I did the PC Part Picker. Use their website to like make sure everything was compatible, and then ordered everything individually. It's been a good computer. Oh, dude, Kevel, absolutely. Did you ever struggle with psychology and trading, over trading, revenge trading, blowing accounts? Yeah, dude. I mean, it's still a struggle. Every trader struggles with that. I mean, it's just a question of how. I mean, even traders who have been doing this for a long period of time are going to have days that that is still a very very tough thing to battle with. An in-depth setup. Dude. I used to have a video of me actually building the computer when I first did it. I did a video of that when I was putting it together. Day in the life videos. I should do more of that. That's a good idea, Impulse. That's a good idea. I need to get a camera if I'm going to do that. Something. My brother stole my Insta 360. I wanted to do like a campus tour video, and I was gonna like hook it up, have it like poking out of my backpack or something. But my brother commandeered my camera for his car. Yeah, a lot of people don't like to talk about their struggles, especially content creators. Man, I don't mind it because I think it's, the only time I don't talk about it is just when I'm pissed off and I don't feel like talking. Not necessarily that I don't feel like being transparent about it. It's just I just don't, like, I'm frustrated. Justin, it shouldn't have cost $129. What account did you get? What watch you wearing? It's the Yachtmaster. Radium Yachtmaster. Shit, I wish I was 330. I'm only like 225 right now. I've already used the 50%. It should have still been 40% off, so I think it still should have been around like 95. Oh, it's 30%. I don't know how much that would cost. I want to say it's still only around, if you're getting the 50K account, and if you get the bigger ones, I guess it's more. Yo. The heck is this? I would not quit unless you've been taking consistent, sizable payouts for 9 to 12 months. I'd say wake up earlier and trade in London. If you're East Coast, London usually has some pretty decent price action. Nice shirt, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'm not a fan of your medium rare chicken recipe. I don't recommend that. I got a little nervous last night, man. I ate some eggs. I always cook my eggs over easy, poach them over easy. And literally, as soon as I ate them, I felt super nauseous. I was like, dude, did I just get salmonella or something? I think I just ate too quickly, though. Lost 1K on my funded yesterday in a pretty bad spot today. Why are you in a bad spot? It happens, man. I lost 700 on my fundeds on Monday. You'll be all right. We're going to take losses, man. It's about mitigating the size and frequency of the losses, making sure that our winners are bigger than our losers. You'll be all right. Don't let it get to you. Figure out what you did wrong. If it wasn't you, if it was just, you know, probability not being in your favor, then it just is what it is. If it was you, figure out what it was and fix the problem. If you feel like you're in a terrible headspace today, definitely don't trade. Edge, what's up? Can I have my crock pot bat? It's been months. And my Tia needs it for her burrito. Dude, I love burrito. Yeah, Juco, don't stress it, man. But I will say, if you are feeling like you're in a bad way in terms of your psychology right now, definitely take the day off. No reason to trade when you're feeling like that. But again, you know, try to look at it from a point of view of losses are going to happen. Even the best Wall Street traders, man, you can go look up their win rates. You're crushing it as a Wall Street trader if you're 40 or 50% win rate. So don't let it get to you. The key is make sure your winners are bigger than your losers. So if you lost 1,000, make sure that, you know, if that's consistently what you're losing, that your winners are much bigger than that. If it's not, then make sure you're either sizing down or fixing your stop losses or not over trading or whatever it is that can mitigate the size of those losses. I took the week off after blowing 3 accounts for binge trading. Smart. Yeah, exactly, Warrior. Everett, I'm down, man. I just haven't had time yet. NVIDIA earnings day, yep. It'll happen this afternoon after the market closes at 4. Probably happen around 4:15, 4:20. LOL and LOH are London low, London high. I called them out, civilian. I'd like to see some bearish movement. Interesting. Kind of would too. Appreciate that, man. Just got into trading a month ago. The hardest part is not getting emotional or heavy-handed. Yeah, psychology. I would say 80 to 90% of your success depends on your ability to master your psychology. I am gonna let the hair grow out. Yeah, and if it's not up to par, we're gonna get that situation fixed. Is charting out the Dow and oil important to you ever? No. No. I pay attention to the oil prices, like Brent crude. This is Brent. About made a video yesterday. The 30-year yield is very interesting to me right now, and I think has a lot of bearing on what could potentially be going on in the markets right now and very soon. This is the 30-year yield. It's very high. Very high. Last time we were this high was around 2009 or 2007 in terms of, yeah, 2007, 2023, and then 2007. And we know what happened after the 2007. A lot of interesting things going on right now. PPI being so hot, CPI looking the way that it does, 30-year yield being where it is. A lot of interesting things. Turkey trip, either Turkey or South Florida. Yeah, that 29,000 level has been a key level. Do you believe there's a crash or a massive dump coming in the near future? I don't know, man. I think there are definitely some signs that there's a potential for a severe correction, but it's a completely different environment than we had in '08. I mean, you had the subprime mortgage situation in '08. So you don't really have that going on right now, but you have other things that are going on. I don't think they'll have as much of an impact like that had. I don't have a bias. I'm probably gonna rock a man bun, start a burger joint. Nah, no man bun. You know, in '08, I was a 6-year-old little Mexican boy with hopes and dreams. What's the blue candle color? I'll put it in the chat for you. On the edge of importing a Kai truck from Japan and run me 4K. Is that one of those little, like, the small, tiny little things? I think those are cool. I don't trade support and resistance. I trade order flow and momentum combined loosely with ICT. Yeah, I think interest rates are getting ready to go back up. I think there's a good likelihood that interest rates will there'll be a hike. Turn one into an electric truck to get around the farm. That's sick. I've seen people converting them to like coffee trucks or like beer trucks for weddings. All kinds of different things. They're pretty cool. I feel like you can get one cheaper than 4K though. Verse of the day, Romans 15:5-6. May the God who gives endurance and encouragement give you a spirit of unity among yourselves as you follow Jesus Christ, so that with one heart and mouth you may glorify the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. "8 a.m. orb. We'll see. Doesn't look like it's going to be much to do with that today. I am very familiar with Richlands. Yeah. It's on the way from Jacksonville to Emerald Isle, where I moved from. Right in between Wilmington and EI. Is that where you are, JLB? 2 to 3 import. Okay. Has anyone ever told you you're in the wrong neck of the woods? Never. Oh, okay. That makes sense, yeah. That makes sense. Oh, you've been trading 5 years. I've done that before, Everett. What was it in the 5 years that you think made it click the most? I didn't start making any substantial, consistent money until last year, so in my 4th year. And I would say that what it was realizing that I don't have to take a trade. I know that sounds so simple, but for the longest time, I would overtrade. I'd click the button way too often. I just wasn't focusing on the psychological aspect of trading. I was focused on, well, since it isn't working the way that I think it should, it has to be something to do with technical analysis. And it wasn't. It was completely psychological. And when I started working with PJ back in late 2024, early 2025, was when I really realized what it was that I needed to work on and started implementing some changes that really made a difference. Hey, ODTE, what's up, man? God bless you too, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to click the button. If you don't see what if you don't see exactly what you want, don't click the button. There will come a time very shortly where you will see exactly what you want to see, and you can click the button then. We're pushing lower here, but we got orders up to 29,100 above us. So be curious to see if we pull back up higher or keep pushing down. Got an order at 73.95 on ES that's flashing pretty heavy. Strong push down there. Yeah, trader, that you click the button often enough, eventually you're going to win. I mean, there's a video of a guy who trades with a chicken, and the chicken actually wins a lot. So I mean, you click the button enough, you're going to win, but that doesn't mean you're going to have sustainability over a long period of time. We got 10 seconds until the market opens. I challenge you to be very patient today and wait for something that is extremely special that you like. Don't just click the button. So, good luck to you guys. Hope you're green. What a push. Right it open, right back higher to those orders. Listening to this in DMX this morning. What about you? I'm currently listening to Nuvolo Baci by Ludovico Ianaudi, something like that. It's a piano. I love pianos. Very relaxing. And this song is like emotional for some reason. Messes with your head. Yeah, you can't let it though, man. You gotta just put the blinders on and do what you gotta do for yourself. Heavy orders above us into the 30s here. Is there a way to use Bookmap on iPad or iPhone? No. The only way you can do that is if you have it on your computer and you use your iPad as a second monitor and you mirror it over, but you can't run it independently on the iPad. It's a very demanding software, so it'd probably be hard to create an app for it. Erica, what's up? Zach, what's up, man? I just saw your message. Good morning to you too. Full TP, nice. Getting better, no more crash outs. There you go. No, it's not a stupid question. I was interested in that as well when I was getting acquainted with Bookmap. But even for the computer that I had, man, I have a pretty substantial setup here, and you can hear my fans going faster than they normally would. It's a pretty demanding piece of software. You ever blow an account at Market Open? Dude, you name something, and I've probably done it when it comes to trading and stupid decisions. Yes. Sitting there, put bracket orders above and below, looking for that spike, things like that. The way that people trade CPI, I've done all that. Yeah. Decoupled again. This is common. This is a common theme here. Very common theme, it seems. Right up to that London high again. Orders up to 205. I don't know if it'll push there, but pretty aggressive to that level. Aaron, I appreciate you too, bro. Still orders stacked heavy up to 205. I appreciate that, Supreme. I appreciate that, man. how do you stay patient and know when it's not a trading day? You just got to watch. If it's just super aggressively wicky and it's not within your wheelhouse of what's worked for you in the past, then there's no reason to force a trade. What a dump. Up, down. Good morning. Good morning. And Dallas, your people are outside. Crypto, I'm doing great, man. Forgot to close my door. NVIDIA earnings today? Yes, they are this afternoon. United States. Up, down, up, down. Heady. ES took that London low and started pushing up. Yahoo has a website about earnings. Just Google earnings and you can find something. I look at Yahoo. Trump is making comments somewhere. I'm getting reports that he's making comments. Can you explain what a doji candle is? All wick, no body. I mean, basically like this, right? Like that right there, pretty much. Is it? I'll turn it on. Choking on my spit. Excuse me. There you go. Glad to hear that, FLB. Man down. Wrong hole. Need somebody to do the Heine lick maneuver on me. Palace volunteers. He's already gone. Trump just finished talking. It's long since 200. He's already gone. Try to be pretty quick getting those guys out of here. Yeah, up, down, up, down. Staying patient. Excuse me, man. Yeah, I caught that too, Tyler. I caught that too. It's frustrating, man. You cooking over there? What's she got going? Should take that long? NQ took Asia. Up, down, up, down. Will, what's up, dude? Got a bunch of it above us, Joey. But we're getting pretty strong pushbacks here. FPS is starting to dump. It's just crazy movement. Any advice on staying calm? Don't overthink it, man. It's as simple as that. Just don't overthink it. Don't hyper focus on the money. Can't even spell performance. Check my par for far. What, dude? Go away. Like, what is up? Can't even spell. If you can't spell performance, we're in trouble. No one's gonna take you seriously, dude. Paw Farm Fence, yeah. That's a good day, man. If you're sitting 2,200 in profit, that's a good day right there. Yeah, dude, it seems like they're just coming out of the woodworks. It's crazy. So many bot scammers. I'm right behind you, Ballas. Gold shorts and Q longs. There you go. Order book keeps shifting like crazy, dude. On the 7 hour, I don't check the 7 hour, Brian. Good morning, Mark. What's up? Yo. Need 300 to pass first eval. Why are you stressing? Nothing to stress about. Passing an eval is, if you think about it like this, passing an eval is just like step one. Not that it's not an accomplishment, but it doesn't, that's just when the real work begins. So remove the stress. I appreciate that, Supreme. Blew 4 counts yesterday because I forgot to take them out of my group. That sucks, dude. You show yes, yeah. Let me use the restroom real quick. Lucid Direct good, yeah, but I don't feel the need to spend the money, man, when I can just pass the evals in 2 days. And the directs have consistency and all that. What do you personally prefer, Lucid or TPT? I really like TPT, man. I think they're both great firms. I think if Lucid were to implement a daily payout account, I would say Lucid. But TPT is my favorite firm. Smart, Ballas. That's smart. I'm going to be very surprised if we don't take out all this sell side that's built up. I think I said that yesterday in the Discord. But maybe this was the low right here. I don't know. I think we got a lot of sell side built up. Look at ES on the 5-minute, dude. That's ugly. Yeah, the Discord's free. No trades yet. I started to think about one, and then I stopped thinking really quick. Should be in the bio, Yardman. If it doesn't open in the browser, if it doesn't open from the bio, just copy the link and paste it into your browser. Yeah, the 900 level, excuse me, seems to be interesting. I mean, you got orders stacked all the way down there. Depends on how much you make. Depends on how much you make. I set aside 40%. Who gave you the impression that trading your own money is easy? Do you have Pro Plus in TPT? Currently, I have 5 TPT evals because I blew them, not this Monday, but the Monday before. Yeah, trading isn't easy whether you're trading prop firms or trading personal capital. There's nothing easy about trading. Anyone who tells you otherwise is either being dishonest or, well, either way they're being dishonest, but probably just trying to flex. They're probably not actually making money if they say that. or haven't been doing it very long. I do know Julian. Dude's an animal. Rules with prop firms are much harder than your own money. I disagree. Those are the rules that the prop firms should be rules that you implement on your own with personal capital. So if you're breaking those rules, then you would break them with personal capital, and I can 100% guarantee that you would be blowing through a lot of money. Daily loss limits, max drawdown in certain periods of time, things like that are rules that you should have for yourself, regardless of anybody enforcing those rules upon you. Sizing limitations. The only thing that is difficult about prop firms is certain firms requiring you to have to wait certain periods of time for payouts. And you should be doing that in your own personal capital account also, because if you're just constantly pulling money out of your personal capital account, one, you're reducing your upside, and two, you're increasing your potential to completely liquidate the account. Personal capital accounts require you to have certain margins, so you can only trade a certain sizing based on your account size. So being limited on sizing tremendously limits your upside. Hey, it's early. It's early. Okay, it's early. Could get some cleaner action here shortly. I think the downside here is the move if it go just break loose. There's tons of liquidity stacked down there. I think if it can break loose, it'll run. I just don't like these wiki pullbacks. So glad I haven't traded this yet. I would have gotten cooked if I'd taken the trade that I wanted to do earlier. Not necessarily. Some you can pass in a day, some you can pass in 2 days, but days when it comes to trading is nothing, man. You should be looking at trading in the yearly time frame. Yeah, trading. If you're trading as a career for income, you should never be looking at trading from a daily perspective, or even a weekly or monthly perspective. It should be from a larger time frame. So if you feel a rush to pass an account, if you're like, oh man, I have to trade 5 days, that's crazy. You have the wrong mindset for trading, and you have yet to fully grasp. I'm not saying you, I'm saying the individual has yet to fully wrap their mind around what trading really takes. When you look at trading from such a micro perspective, from a daily standpoint or a session standpoint, you will feel the need to constantly click the button. If you look at it from a broader perspective, you can relax and not feel so rushed to get into a trade, which will end up causing you to make more money. Appreciate the gifts, Justin. You got cooked? That sucks, man. I'm sorry. I think what's going to happen with this is we're just going to get one of these really sharp wicks. I'm not going to be able to get an entry. It's going to take up all this liquidity down to 900 and just not going to get an entry for a trade. I hope I'm wrong about that. It will save you a lot of money on evals, yeah. All right, Impulse, have a good one, man. Tushi, what's up, dude? Mark, I have a video pinned on my page. that explains exactly how I would get into this if I was starting over from day one. The biggest piece of advice I can give you is don't rush. You're only losing accounts if you're oversizing and over trading. Yeah, there's plenty of people that cycle through accounts, but think about it. If you're losing accounts, that means you're losing money. And if you were trading personal capital, you'd be losing money on there as well. I started on personal capital, Turbo, and I lost roughly $22,000 before I discovered prop firms. And I can tell you, prop firms actually save you a lot more money than trading your personal capital. You lower your risk because you're paying, between 50 or sometimes even $20 for an account, upwards of 100 in some cases. And you have access, if you look at the total drawdown as your account balance, because that's realistically what it is, you have access to about $2,000 or $2,500. The cost of capital on managing the accounts isn't free. I'm not sure what you mean by that. You can copy trade multiple accounts, and you just execute one trade and it goes across multiple accounts. But if you look at it from the perspective of, okay, whatever your total drawdown available is no, you don't pay monthly fees. Most of the firms, you pay one fee. No, you pay one fee and you pass the account, you don't pay anything else. That's it. That's your account. And the upside's limitless, basically, until they move you to a live, and even then it's limitless. Blew my account now, I gotta go back to work. That's the worst, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you look at it, like I was saying, if you look at it like, okay, I'm gonna pay $50 or $100 to have access to $2,000 or $2,500, and you don't have to pay another fee. Like with Lucid, with Take Profit Trader, with most of the firms, Tradeify, it's a one-time fee. The only way you get charged again is if you don't pass the account within 30 days. But even with TPT, even with Lucid and with Tradeify, they don't do that. It's a one-time fee. You can take as long as you need to pass the account. That's the only fee that you pay for that account. That's it. You pass the account, you get moved to a funded, take as many payouts as you want. They move you to a live account, you get daily payouts on those, trade it as much as you want. As long as you don't violate the max drawdown, your upside on that is limitless. So you've paid, basically, with Lucid, let's call it $100 to have limitless upside. Depends on the firm. If you open like a TPT account, it's 5 days to pass the account. You have to trade 5 days. But once you pass, you make that 2K, everything you make that day is withdrawable with TPT. Above the buffer. But again, you're paying $100 for that account. Actually, it's $85 right now for that account. One time, pass the account, limitless upside, daily payouts. Hard to beat that. No, but Tradeify, they got rid of that. It's one time with Tradeify. This is the 5 minute. I think it's 90-10 on Tradeify, 90-10. Correct, Turbo, correct, yeah. Yeah. So Turbo, with TPT, you have to trade for 5 days to pass. They don't have to be consecutive. It just has to be 5 trading days. But you can hit the profit target in 2 because it has a 50% consistency. Here comes the dump, potentially. So if you make 1,500 one day, you make 1,500 the next, you've hit the target profit. Now you just need to open and close a trade for 3 more days. Then you pass the account. That first day that you have the funded account after passing the eval, let's say you make $10,000. You can withdraw $8,000 of that. Let's say you make $20,000. you can withdraw 18,000 of that. So that's why I say prop firms are definitely, even if you're trading personal capital, it's still worth trading prop firms to milk that opportunity. I want to see this dump into this area, man. Down to this 900 would be ideal. There it goes, and I didn't get an entry. No. All right, shut the fuck up. Yelling in my ear with these news alerts. It's frustrating. What is this price action? I took a little piece of that, but I mean, I say little, I mean very little. I got a late entry on it, was targeting that London low, but I missed the entry. It's okay. 45 bucks is more than I had going into the session. Did you make anything worthwhile there, OG? Up 2,500, nice. $30. Yeah. PA is crazy, dude. You hit that rejection there, and then you had a how many points is this? From bottom to top, you had 131 point move there in a matter of very quickly. My aunt's watching. Yeah, I don't know what this is, dude. This is wild. Wild movement here. $200 in a matter of whatever that time frame is. I got no news. Ah, there we go. Pakistan Army leader may visit Iran tomorrow to announce the final version of the agreement. The next round of negotiations will be held in Islamabad after the Hajj season. Hajj season? I'm not familiar with my seasons. I don't believe it. Did I miss that, Mark? Yeah, we got 2 there. Look at that. Sneaky, sneaky. Had it marked on M&Q. Craziness, man. Craziness. I wonder how much trumpet his cat just made. No, Jay Thomas, I would not recommend limit orders. You didn't do anything wrong, man. That was ridiculous how that played out right there. Yeah, there's no way you could have seen that was coming. Kenny, I'm with you, man. It's tough. It's tough. Favorite prop firm for payouts is definitely Take Profit Trader. I don't blame you, Ballas. I think my blood pressure is getting too high. My watch is too tight. One of your bot account has 32,000 followers, that's paid for. They pay for those followers. Where can I read news? You can download Financial Juice, not Financial Juice, Financial Juice, and it will give you news headlines. All right, Miguel, have a good one, man. God bless you too. Happy ST patient, yeah. Twice. Sorry about that. Get a torta in there, stat. Dallas. Can you tell me what is going on these past 15 minutes? I couldn't tell you, other than the fact that we had a news headline about potential negotiations with Iran. The usual. Yeah, Paul, we just made generational wealth, bro. We're up a whopping $45. Do you know Ballas in real life? No. At least it's not minus. This is true. What was that move up? News headline. Next round of negotiations will be held in Islamabad. Pakistani army leader may visit Iran tomorrow to announce the final version of the agreement text. Al Hadith is the news source for that. No, $35. Yeah, we're hitting it big today, man. Christian has a thing against Mexicans. That's why we haven't met. Can't tell everybody that, Ballas. What a day. What a session. You made some money, Christian? Did you trim your beard a little bit? A couple of days on Monday. Just the bottom. And then I always try to shape the sides. Looks like I messed it up a little bit. No, it's just thin right there. 1K, very nice. Currently in a trade on Arms Holdings, up 360%. Nice. My portfolio was down last time I checked. Actually, we're back up. There we go. Do you only trade NQ and ES? Yes. Do you use VWAP? Yes. That's the blue line you see on the screen. There's multiple different VWAPs you can use, though. True day VWAP is what you see on Bookmap. If you can kind of see this down here, if you can see my cursor on Bookmap just to the right of my picture. Yeah, and then you see how quickly that order book just changed with all those orders coming down below us there, Tyler. It's like, it's hard to trust. All right, Aaron, have a good day, man. Is Alpha running a 50% off sale right now? Did I get an email about that? Alpha Futures introducing Alpha Trader. Yeah, 50% off Alpha Futures right now. Any account size. Internal copy trade functionality, personal risk control. That's a pretty big deal. 50% off. All right, Ballas, have a good day, man. There's that pump, Tyler. Caught that long nice. Just pump, pump, pump. Five years ago. Could this still go to 300? Absolutely. Order stacked all the way up. I'm up $45, Philip. Win is a win. That's right. Trade recap. Zero count 59. Yeah, that's a good deal. Jeff, it's been a weird price action day. We're up a whopping $45 at the moment. Yes, you can use my code or whoever's code you want to use. My code's CWT to get that 50% off. There you go, Ant. At least we're back in sync for the most part. I don't necessarily think it's a bad decision, Jeff. I would just wait for a solid entry on it. Six, seven. Not sure, FLP. I mean, with this market, man, it's been, I don't know. JR, what's up, man? I caught a little piece of the short. We're up $45, man. I didn't get a good entry on it. Took one trade. We're up 45 bucks. Any bulking tips? Yeah, man, eat a lot. A lot of meals. Calorie dense, real food. Rice is your friend. Chicken, eggs. 5 to 6 meals a day. Start early in the morning. Every couple of hours. Make sure you're sleeping a lot. Short entries now? I would not. $140 to $180. Depends on what other supplements you're taking. Certain supplements you can hit that pretty quickly. Make sure you're taking creatine, I would say, for sure. But I think if you're trying to put on, it might take you a little while. How much you trade every day? I mean, it's time you spend on chart from 9 to 11, 9 a.m. to 11. Is mass gainer safe? Yeah. I have some stuff that I like. I think I still have some. I mean, it's not clean, probably not healthy if you're trying to be healthy, but this is stuff when I'm really trying to go at it that I use. I don't know how well that is Optimum Nutrition Serious Mass. Yeah. The key with this is the portion sizes are huge. So cut the portion size in half. And what I like to do is I'll eat one regular, I could send you my meal plan, but I like to eat that. I like to take that after a big meal because if you take it at any other time, you're going to be full for a long period of time. So you really only need one portion of that a day. It's an extra like 1,250 calories. My model? You mean my trading model? My trading model is dictated by Bookmap, man. I'm not one of these traders that has the Patty swing or the Powell model or something like that. I don't necessarily subscribe to that. It's not the way I trade. I trade order flow and momentum. There's not really a model per se for that. Yeah, I'm on IG. Samir, what's up, man? Just got to pay out. Very nice, Reaper. Love that, bro. Yeah, basically reacting to what I'm seeing on Bookmap and what's going on in the market. Looking for strong momentum in a certain direction, breakouts. Right now, this is just absolutely chopping. There you go, Reaper. Do you eat sugary stuff? I try not to, man. Same name. Same name on IG. Christian Trades Alive. I try not to. I would be lying if I said that I don't. I go by the 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time I try to be strict. 20% of the time I eat whatever I want. And that 20%, the way that I gauge that is during the week, I try to be strict. And then on the weekends, I eat what I want. Some people can't do that though, because they don't know how to flip the switch on and off. So their weekend binge turns into bleeding over into Monday and Tuesday, and they can't stay disciplined. You trading in other sessions? No. Do you rely on trading completely? Yes. Did you catch anything? We're up $45 on the day right now. Apex is saying they have big news coming. Everybody's trying to compete right now. This is why I said the prop firm space it's a good time to trade props because everybody's trying to compete. No, I'm not in a trade. Not in a trade at the moment. I'm up 14. Let's go. Some people say that any system in trading with time will change and you can't stay profitable. I would highly disagree on that. What you're referring to is alpha decay. And that's one of the reasons that order flow and momentum trading is pretty sustainable because you're operating based on what you're seeing, you're reacting based on the orders that are stacked in the market. Whatever model you're trading is a model that is based on liquidity to an extent. I mean, in essence, that's what every model is based off of. Price likes to go where there's a large stack of orders unless there's a news-driven headline that's dictating price action. So as long as I'm targeting major levels of liquidity using tools like Bookmap, like this, alpha, and the other thing about alpha decay, the majority of retail traders, I would say right now, are using prop firms, which are executed in a simulated environment. They're not executed on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Therefore, the algorithms aren't actually even registering whatever model it is that they're trading. So alpha decay can't really apply to prop firm traders. But the markets are cyclical and those cycles are constantly changing. So you're correct about that. I mean, there are certain models that play better at certain times during certain cycles. But if you're trading order flow and momentum, you know, I don't see how that can. The basic principles of price action are not going to change. Fun fact, I used to be popular back in 2023 for doing a duck voice. What? It's awesome, man. Appreciate the follow, Julian. $1.7 million is huge, dude. With momentum, you mean liquidity sweeps? I mean breakouts. So like when you see this, you know, you saw this big movement right here. I mean, in a regular session, I can usually capitalize on movements like that, but this has been so wicky and so volatile that I haven't had a chance to get into the entries. So yeah, I mean, theoretically, you're targeting. Rate hike is very likely in June as the inflation outlook is moving towards the adverse scenario. This is what I was saying earlier. You know, if you were to look at Bookmap and see where the orders are stacked up in the market, those levels do coincide with things like Asia high, London low, things like that. So yeah, theoretically, that's what you're looking to target, those sorts of levels. What would you say is the best way to switch to order flow and how to start? I don't recommend just up and switching strategies. You know, if you need to stick with whatever makes the most sense to you, and whatever you're seeing the best results with. But I highly recommend Bookmap, man. I think incorporating first step of if you were to want to switch to order flow, the first step I would say is whatever strategy you're currently trading, work on implementing Bookmap with that strategy. And then you could slowly transition to leaning more into the Bookmap to take trades independently of the strategy that you're trading. But I would say first step would be continue to trade how you're trading and work on implementing Bookmap into that strategy. And what I mean by that is if you're trading like ICT, where you're looking for V-shaped recoveries and things like that, if you were to see a ton of orders stacked underneath where your entry would be, you would probably fade the trade. If you see a ton of orders in the direction that you're targeting, probably a higher success rate of that trade, a higher likelihood of that trade being successful. So that's how you can kind of incorporate it into your strategy. All right, man. Yeah, it's not ideal price action. Hope you have a good day. Palace, you crazy, dude. Did you take any trades today? I took a little bitty one. I'm up $45. Win is a win. I just got a late entry and had to exit based on what I was seeing on the book map. It was just prior to this massive pump. Trading 10 fundeds right now in one personal capital account. Have not taken a trade on the personal capital. Yeah, I can show you this. I would agree with that a lot, Tyler. That's why in one of the videos I posted recently, I said, don't allow your boredom to dictate whether you click the button or not. And I would say feeling like you have to take a trade because if you don't, then you're not being productive is kind of along the same lines where being productive sometimes is not taking a trade. Yeah, it's definitely difficult. Let's see what happens when this hits 11. It's tough, Kim. It's tough. You don't like the price action? It's not in my favor. Not necessarily in my favor today so far. It's not about liking or disliking. It's just I know what is in my wheelhouse and what isn't. I don't necessarily trade specific models, man. I trade order flow and momentum based on what I'm seeing on the book map and the way the price action is behaving. Yeah, I got you, Flip. Now you got to keep in mind I'm 6'5", so this might be a meal plan that's a little too aggressive for you, but you can monkey with this a little bit to kind of make it your own. But this is the general idea. Got nerfed at 5.6. Takes all kinds, man. All right, guys. 11 o'clock. Not going to continue to torture myself with this. Hope you guys had a great day. Don't overtrade. Don't do anything stupid. You can't control that. Love you guys. If you're new, drop a follow. We're live every day, 9 a.m. to 11. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more interesting price action. Keep in mind we have NVIDIA earnings today. It happens after the market closes at 4. So keep in mind if you're trading futures at that time that it could get pretty volatile. So love you guys. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.